Knots are a very important thing when it comes to fishing. You know, everybody's got their favorite. For me, it's a Palomar, the one that I tie the most, but one that people kind of get intimidated by a little bit is a loop knot. And this can be extremely useful, you know, like on a topwater bait, if it doesn't have a split ring. The loop knot really just gives you complete mobility and allows the baits to have their most natural action. Topwaters, scrounger style baits, but especially, you know, your jig head minnows, this is where it really comes into play. When you're allowing this bait to have a lot of slack and just being able to have its freedom of movement and its most natural movement, you have to have a loop knot. Now this is a bigger loop knot I've got tied here just to show, but if anytime I'm throwing any kind of jig head minnow or a topwater bait, I'm going to tie a loop knot if I'm not using a snap on a topwater. But it's just a confidence thing for me, and you know, a lot of people really don't know how to tie it, so I'm going to show you. I'm going to use this big rope as an example, and this is our hook from, if you've ever been in the shop, the massive trick stick we've got. So it's going to be a little exaggerated, but still going to get the job done. So to start, you're going to tie just an overhand knot in your line, and this will work with fluorocarbon or braid or mono, whatever you like to use. So you're going to have a loop, but you don't want to cinch it all the way tight. You have to make sure you can get your line back through it a couple times. So this is a little longer than what I would use. Probably somewhere in that 6-inch range is what I would do with regular size line. So you tie your loop, stick it through the eye of your bait or your hook, back through the loop, and I like to get mine to where the loop kind of measures up like that, where the loop is actually in the middle of my line. I don't know that makes a difference, but that's just how I like to do it. I pull that loop to where it's tight against my hook eye or the bait. So from there, depending on your line size, anywhere from 3 to 5 wraps, you know, 10, 12 pound line, I do somewhere around 5. If I'm throwing like 20 pound line or bigger, I'll do about 3. So just take it 1, 2, 3, just like you would a clinch or the fisherman's knot. You know, that super popular knot that everybody knows how to tie, and run it back through your loop that you made originally. Not through the hook eye, but through the overhand loop that you made. And then you're just going to cinch it down just like you would a clinch knot. Pull your tag in, pull your main line, and there you go. So you can control the size of this loop by how tight your original loop is to your hook eye. If you want it longer, leave it up above the hook eye a little bit. If you want it tighter, put it down on the hook eye. But as a general starting point, just put it right there on the hook eye, cut your tag in, you're ready to go. So next time you want your bait to have the most natural, free movement you can get, make sure you tie a loop knot.